guys. Let's talk about every game happened on Saturday, January 6th. We only have 4 games. Let's get into it. The Celtics, they won back-to-back games, destroyed both teams, no problem. Beat the Indiana Pacers 118-101. Pacers only got 101 points with Tyrese Halliburton playing. Jason Tatum, 38 points, 13 rebounds, 8 threes. I mean, Tatum put up great numbers versus like mediocre defensive teams. But big games with good defenses, can he deliver? We will see this. We will find out this year in the playoffs, because most likely they will go deep, and just see how he could do. With all these great teammates of his, Jaylen Brown also plays super well, 31 points. Kristaps Porzingis got hurt again. Nothing new. I think beginning of the season he was healthy for a pretty big stretch. He played 26 games on the season so far, so could be worse. And he's the 22nd ranked player on the season, probably in that range. That's how always Kristaps Porzingis in that top 20, top 25 range. Good stuff. Just nothing serious. He's just questionable next game. Derek White had 5 fouls. It's fine. He'll bounce back. And Jrue Holiday had 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and still pretty mediocre, I would say. Jrue Holiday got to get more defensive stats for us, because he's not going to have the volume of points, assists, or rebounds. For the Indiana Pacers, after dropping 115 points versus the Hawks, they came back down to earth. Tyrese Halliburton had 5 steals, though. That's still amazing. 5 for 17, 17 points, 7 assists. He's still going at it. He is the 5th ranked player on a per game basis on the season. Still putting up amazing numbers, averaging 12.6 assists a game. Buddy Hield had 3 threes and 15 points. He's just a 3-point streamer. And you know how they do with how they handle his minutes is really up and down. Miles Turner, no blocks, no foul, just 12 points. The minutes is okay. Jalen Smith, for whatever reason, has been starting over Albie Topping. He's not a must roster. If you need rebounds, sure, you could stream him. And Aaron Nesmith, who's been starting to get a lot of minutes, another great one. 3 steals in a block. Given how many defensive stats he's been getting, I don't mind streaming him. And he can chip in a little bit points and threes and some rebounds as well. Moving on to the next game. The Knicks, they're rolling. Well, they beat the Wizards, so I don't know how much it means. But after the trade, I mean, they're picking up wings and Isaiah Hartenstein. Another game, plus 26 versus a bad team. But still, look at the numbers he's putting up. 19 points, 2 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. Who cares about 5 turnovers? If your team is punting points and threes, he's basically a god. I don't know if anybody, just do a quick test in the last 2 weeks. If you're punting points and threes, where is Isaiah Hartenstein's rank? Certain team builds, he's basically a god. He's a 6th ranked player. Number 6 ranked player. And if you ignore the free throws, he's still the 6th. But my God, he's good. Again, there are some teams in the league probably punt points and threes. Those categories go hand to hand. And if you picked him up, oh my God. And Mitchell Robinson is not going to be back. They're going to roll with him, so great. He can legit help people win leagues, especially in category leagues. Dante DiVincenzo played 26 minutes. He's not a must roster, just a streamer. And OG, his 3rd game or whatever, just mediocre numbers, very, very mediocre numbers. 9 points, 1 steal. He's got to get the defensive stats up. But they're winning. Julius Randle, great game, 39 points, 3 threes. I mean, Julius Randle, the points, the threes, the rebound, the assists, they're all great. He just got to do it in the other areas. Regardless, he's been amazing. I think overall for Randle, Jalen Brunson, 33 points and 8 assists, 4 threes, 9 for 9 from the free throw line. But the problem with Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson is the counting numbers look real good, but they just don't have any defensive stats. And Josh Hart, getting consistent 30 minutes now. He's for sure a streamer, but doesn't really give you a lot of points. Right? It's more about the peripheral stats. For the Washington Wizards, after dropping 2 points in 23 minutes, Jordan Poole bounced back. 10 points, 2 steals, 4 assists. I would take it with 1-3. Um, I'm gonna wait for him to have a good stretch and really try to trade him, but that'll be hard in this league. I would not drop him, like I said, because the points, the free throws, and well, free throws. I don't know how well he's doing this year. Free throws is valuable. You just don't find anybody like him on the waiver wire. So if you drop him, he's gonna get scooped up. In the playoffs, yeah, like if you don't need his categories, for sure drop him. Tyus Jones, still, I mean, I would keep him, right? 28 minutes, 8 assists. If you kept him this far, sure. Daniel Gafford, meanwhile, is having another great game and a good career year. 12 rebounds, a steal and block, 6 points. And Kyle Kuzma had 27 points. Yeah, Kyle Kuzma is a big baller on his team. Everybody thought it's Jordan Poole, right? Everybody thought Jordan Poole coming to this team should be the number one option. But no, Kyle Kuzma is. And I just don't have enough context on why Jordan Poole is not taking more shots. I don't really know. Did they just not run enough plays for him? I'm not sure. Danny Advia took 13 shots. Had a great game, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals with 23 points and 2 threes. Overall, not so bad. Moving on to the next game, the Jazz, they're coming. They won't. Maybe they got destroyed by Celtics on Friday night, but bounced back in a major way. Obviously, here, this game, no Joel Embiid, but they will take it. And they just they had some weird minutes. Weird minutes going on. They start John Collins, they start Chris Dunn, they start Colin Sexton. Nobody play over 30. So these 3 positions, at least, they're just splitting minutes with a lot of other guys, and it's very frustrating that Walker Kessler is only getting 19 minutes. And you never drop this guy because he's just too good. He could legitimately, like, in the playoffs, you can block 3 shots, play 30 minutes, right? You just don't drop guys like that with that much upside, at least in the regular season. If you're tired of him, try to trade him. If he get dropped, he's gonna get scooped up immediately. But it's frustrating with his minutes. Colin Sexton, 22 points and 10 assists, and he did all that in 27 minutes. Sure, just hold on to him, but with guys coming back, he's not getting 35 minutes. So I don't know if he's actually a must roster. But we'll see. I mean, he's still putting up decent numbers. Jordan Clarkson, same thing. He's coming off the bench, so it's not a guarantee he's going to get 30 minutes every night. But 18 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists especially is pretty good. And Collins did not miss a shot, 9 for 10, but again, just 28 minutes. Lauri Markkanen did his thing. The Sixers defense is no good this game. 33 points, 13 rebounds. And Simone, another guy, surprisingly getting consistent minutes. He's not the best fantasy player, so I would just leave him on the waiver wire. And Kelly Olynyk, who's been putting up some great numbers, now he only gets 15 minutes. We look at the 76ers without Joel Embiid. I don't know what happened to him, but every time Joel Embiid is out, Paul Reed could be a good stream. 16 points, but no defensive stats. He could do better. And with Embiid out, Tyrese Maxey put up a stinker again. 9 for 24. But fantasy-wise, he's a minus 14. Fantasy-wise, he's fine. 25 points, 9 assists with 3 steals and a block, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Tyrese Maxey, he's fallen off quite a bit. On the season. I think, he's now the 20th ranked player. This is probably where he is actually is, and his efficiency has dropped a ton. My God. Now he's shooting 45%. He was shooting close to 50% beginning of the season. He's still not turning the ball over that much. And really good points and assists. It's just his efficiency dropped a lot. I think the NBA defenses has to figure out like what are some spots that he likes, what are some spots that he doesn't like, and just force him to take more of those shots. But still, like he's still beating his draft position by a mile. Kelly Oubre Jr. 24 points. Okay, roster him in the short term with DeAnthony Melton out also. Marcus Morris Sr. came in, played 28 minutes, played okay. And Batum, 4 steals and 2 blocks in 26 minutes. You could stream him for defensive stats, but obviously he's not going to do this every game. And surprisingly, he only got 26 minutes, while Patrick Beverley got 34. I do not like Patrick Beverley in fantasy, even with all the guys out. Last game of the night, the Rockets beat the Bucks at home, The Rockets are a great defensive team this year. The Bucks, they lost a few games, and Damian Lillard has been struggling. 38 minutes, and while Giannis is thriving, Damian Lillard, I think will be maybe a buy low. Try to throw a top, like Tyrese Maxey also didn't play so well. Like, do Maxey for Damian Lillard. Right, just try to do. They're like right next to each other. Damian Lillard is struggling in a pretty major way. On the season, he's still averaging 25 points and 7 assists. But on the Portland Trailblazers, he'll be averaging over 30, right? 3.5 threes, get to the line like 10 times. But it's just hard, I think when Giannis is scoring 48 points, like how can you get yours, right? When Giannis is shooting 64% from the field, what is Dame going to do really? So it happens. Giannis is having a great stretch. So Damian Lillard kind of take a backseat. Also, he didn't have it this game. So I'm not too worried about him. Malik Beasley, interesting, only played 16 minutes. So I probably would just drop him. Yeah. He was getting consistent 30 plus. Now he's not. Brook Lopez is still in a block. He hasn't had a great game in a while, but it's okay. It will come. Giannis Antetokounmpo, what else will you think about this guy? 48 points, 17 rebounds with 2 assists and a block. My God, the man is amazing the last couple of weeks, putting up just incredible numbers. And obviously just destroy your free throws. That's what you should. And Chris Middleton, look at that. He's getting over 30 plus minutes. So now if he's out there on the waiver wire, I will pick him up. But just to know that he's gonna miss a lot of back-to-back games. And even when he plays, he's putting up like 10 points, 5 assists. Even in 30 minutes. Moving on to the last team of the night is the Houston Rockets, and you see here like Jalen Green with all the guys out. I think Tari Eason is out, Dylan Brooks is out, and he gets 28 minutes. That means that the coach Udoka just does not trust Jalen Green. There is no trust in Jalen Green, and he's a +4. 16 points, he could be a job. I think when Dylan Brooks or whatever comes back, you just look at his minutes. If he doesn't get 33 minutes a night, he is a job. Fred VanVleet, meanwhile, put up an okay game, 3 threes, 14 points, 7 assists, and 2 steals. And Prung Shangun, 21 points and 11 rebounds. No defensive stats, sadly, and didn't shoot the ball well, but the Bucks' interior defense is kind of scary. Still got the win, so it's fine. Jabari Smith played 40, meanwhile. Great game, 12 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. And Jason Tatum would start and just play 20 minutes. But Jalen Green is a guy that I'm sure it'll just be droppable when all the guys come back and be healthy. That's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.